So you're thinking about moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, and you want to stay in the $400,000 to $500,000 price range? Well, that's what we're talking about in today's video. We are going to take you on a tour of 3 neighborhoods in the University area of Charlotte. So we're focusing on zip codes 28262 and 28269 today. And we are standing at the Shops at University Place here in University area, and we are just a fraction of a mile over near I-85. And a couple of things I want to show you around here is right behind me. We've got all sorts of restaurants, and this whole area has grown up in the last 3 years. None of this stuff was here 3 years ago. So behind me, we've got City Barbecue over here. As you can see, we also have Blaze Pizza, just lots of restaurants and things to do around here. And if you take a look over here behind me, that big building right over here, that is Atrium Healthcare. So that is a medical facility. So you've got all your medical stuff here as well. And over here, if I take you behind me, you'll see a building over here. That is going to be, behind that City Barbecue building, is going to be the light rail. And that light rail takes you all the way from the university, all the way into Uptown Charlotte. So if you want to park your car, head into Uptown, catch a Panthers game, catch a Charlotte Knights baseball game, go out to dinner, grab some drinks, all of that stuff is right here. A quick trip, just park your car, head on the light rail, and that light rail takes you all the way into Uptown Charlotte and beyond. So there's so much to do in Uptown Charlotte. It's so convenient, and that light rail just came in here about 4 years ago. So again, the Shops at University Place, so much around here to do. And if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Let's hop on a tour and take a look at 3 different neighborhoods. And oh my Lord, I spy with my little eye a Dunkin' Donuts. I think it'd be a really good decision for us to grab a cup of coffee before we head out on tour. What do you think? All right, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna meet you right back here, and we're gonna get after it right now. Hey guys, welcome back. That coffee hit the spot. Hey, if you're new to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living, working, and playing in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, hit that subscribe button below, tap for notifications so you'll be the first to know of everything going on in the Charlotte real estate market. My name is Brian Taylor, and I'm owner of Dreamline Realty, and we get calls, texts, and emails every week from people that are looking to make a smooth move to Charlotte. If we can help you out in any way, we would love the opportunity to do that. Whether you're looking to move in 2 weeks or 2 years, we're here to help you out. So shoot us a text, give us a call, or better yet, click on that link below in the description and hop on a Zoom call with us. That way we can start planning your move in advance and help you get here as smoothly as possible. So we're back at the Shops at University, and I wanted to give you another shot of some of the other stuff on the other side of where we were earlier today. And there's a pond back here that is really awesome, and you can see in the background over there, there's some paddle boats. So in the summertime, this place is packed with people just enjoying themselves, and it's a beautiful day today in Charlotte. It's the 10th day of January 2022, and it is 51 degrees out, and there's not a cloud in the sky. And that's what everybody loves about Charlotte. You know, 2 weeks ago we had 4 days in a row that was over 75 degrees. So it's not always like that in December, but it's not uncommon for that to happen as well. So it's just a gorgeous day out here today, and there's people walking around. But behind me, that yellow building is Boardwalk Billy's. That's a popular restaurant here on the water. And then a couple other things you have on the other side that I'll talk to you about is the wine vault. There's a beer garden. There's another couple of restaurants. This one here right behind me is Toastery. So lots of cool stuff going on. And behind me over here is a ton of new construction that they're working on right now. So they got a lot of stuff going in over here. And over here behind me in that building there is the Hilton Hotel. So again, guys, lots of stuff here, but I know you wanted to go look at some houses, and we're gonna get you out there, and we're gonna take off right now. Okay guys, so we're at our first stop in our first neighborhood in Arbor Hills, and this neighborhood is located right off of Highland Creek Road, and we are close to Interstate 85 and 485. So this location is super convenient. Highland Creek Road is just across the way, less than a quarter mile, and on that street you've got all sorts of shopping. You've got Trader Joe's, you've got all sorts of restaurants over there. But this first house that we're coming up to is $460,000. It's got 2,440 square feet. That puts us at a price per square foot of $188 per square foot. And this house was built in 2005, and you can get a good look at it right there. This property right now has a beautifully redone interior. It's got LVP flooring downstairs. It comes with a fence in the back. It's got a really super nice, well done master bedroom, and just a great value and a great location. And this neighborhood, all of this neighborhood was built in the early 2000s. So a great value if you can find something in here. In the market that we're in right now, obviously inventory is super low, so nothing stays on the market very long. But you know, if you can find a good value and you're ready to strike, you know, you can certainly get into a neighborhood like this. But this is what you're going to get for $460 in this area of Charlotte. And I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the neighborhood, and then we're going to be off to our second location. And when we're done with the video, I'm going to map out exactly where these properties are located and show you on the map all of the shopping and proximity to everything that you're going to be close to. So one other thing is you're only about 10 minutes from the Concord Mills Mall, which is the biggest mall in North Carolina. And you're only about 15 minutes from here to Uptown Charlotte. So Interstate 85 is literally not even 5 minutes away. Then you hop on that and head on 77 South and you're Uptown Charlotte in 15 minutes. So let's get you a tour of the neighborhood, and then we'll head off to the second house. Okay guys, we're at our second stop, and this is the Villages of Lee Croft, and this is a super popular neighborhood. This again is off of Mallard Creek Road, so it's just down the street from the last one that we saw. This particular house that we're coming up on went on the market just a couple of days ago, and it's already multiple offers, and more than likely it's going to sell for over asking price. But this neighborhood, as you can see these trees, this neighborhood was built in the late 90s, early 90s, and these trees are just super mature. The streets are wide, and that's why it's such a popular place. Plus, of course, it's so close to 85 and 485. And this house here sits almost at the end of a cul-de-sac, and it's priced at $400,000. It's got 2,206 square feet. That puts us at about $176 a square foot. Now turn around so you can take a look at this ranch right here. That's a gorgeous house. And in the back, it's got woods back there, and it's got a nice deck and granite in the kitchen and hardwood floors throughout. So this is a really awesome location, and that's why this thing sold for so fast. And again, you're only 10 minutes from Concord Mills Mall, and this is just a popular area to be at. So if I take you around, you can see the style of homes coming through this neighborhood, and everything here is well maintained. Everybody here takes care of their properties real well, and there's not a lot that goes for sale in this neighborhood. I've watched this neighborhood real closely, and when something comes on the market here, it's gone really fast, which is why that one there has multiple offers. But again, the market is super hot. If you find something that you're going to want to get into, you really have to act fast. So with that, we'll give you a tour around this neighborhood, and then we are going to head out to our last one. All right, guys, we're at our third and final stop, and we are in one of the most popular neighborhoods of Charlotte. This neighborhood is called Highland Creek, and it is a massive neighborhood. I can't even tell you the amount of houses in here, but I bet you it's 3,000 or 4,000 houses. And Highland Creek is one of those neighborhoods that is, it's so big, there's like 10 neighborhoods inside the big neighborhood, and there's like 4 swimming pools, 6 parks, there's walking trails that go down through here, and there's actually a golf course that is part of the community. And it's so popular in here because there's tennis courts, there's just plenty of stuff for the families to do and kids to do, all sorts of good stuff. But this particular property that we're coming up on, I'll show you when we get to it in just a second, but it's for sale for $490,000. It's 2,785 square feet. That puts us at $175 per square foot. This home has a super nice, spacious kitchen with granite countertops and white cabinets, and there's a really awesome sunroom that sits off the back looking over some wooded area. So this one right here is the one that we're talking about, and right there we go. So if this is something that could work for you, Highland Creek is an awesome place to be. And again, we are in that Charlotte area, just off of the university, and we are close to everything here. So keeping within that university theme, this could be a great option for you. Again, this neighborhood is big, but when there's something that comes on the market in here that is priced well in a great location, it is going to go fast. So guys, I hope this tour was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to us, text, call, email. Again, if you want to get on a Zoom call and talk about your move to Charlotte, we would love to help you make that as smooth as possible. And we're going to dive right in here to the map, and I'm going to show you the areas of these houses, and we're going to talk about shopping and proximity to all the good stuff, including downtown Charlotte. And before I let you go, I'll give you a tour of Highland Creek as well. All right, welcome back. Let's hop into the map. I told you I would take you on a tour on the map of where we were today, and that's exactly what I want to do. So today we were at a lot of different places, and I want to zoom out real quick and show you all the places that we were in relation to Uptown Charlotte. So I have highlighted every area that we were at. We started off right here in the orange at the shops at University Place. Then we made our way over here to Arbor Hills and down the street here to Villages of Lee Croft, and then we ended up in Highland Creek. But if we look at the map from proximity of Uptown Charlotte, let me take us over here. And all right, so here is Uptown Charlotte. And if we were to go to any of these locations that we were at today, 485 and Interstate 85 are going to be your best friends. So let's assume that we're at the Highland Creek neighborhood or Lee Croft. You've got two options. You could jump on 485, hit 77 South, and you are in Uptown. If you're over here, maybe Lee Croft and Arbor Hills, it may make sense to take Mallard Creek over to 85, shoot down 85, and head down 77 South. Either way you do this, you are going to be no more than 15 to 20 minutes from Uptown Charlotte. So, and you can see I'm really good with my artwork here, right? Let's give that a little smiley face. So yeah, you're 15, 20 minutes from Uptown Charlotte. So you are so close to that area, and everything around you. As I dig into these neighborhoods that we looked at today, you're going to see all the shopping, all the restaurants, medical facilities, everything that you would ever need is so close to you. So let's go ahead and get in here and take a look. We started off our tour today, and I'm going to try to make this so it's not so jumpy. It's a little tough to do with the mouse, but I'm going to do my best. All right, so we started off at the shops at University Place, and we talked about Boardwalk Billy's while we were there. I shot one of those clips right here on the water, and then behind me at that moment was the Hilton Hotel. And where I was recording in the beginning, that was where, right over here is where the City Barbecue was and the Blaze Pizza. There was a Five Guys restaurant there as well. But if we look across the way, one thing I was pointing out today was the Atrium Health. This is the University City Hospital. So that is right there, close to everything. And we are at the corner of Highway 29 and 24, which is T. Harris Boulevard, and then 85 is right here. So a couple things I want to point out before we head over to the first neighborhood is right here is the light rail. So you see when Highway 29 kind of separates, this is the light rail that goes all the way down 29, all the way into Uptown Charlotte. And then over here, all of this stuff over here is the University of North Carolina. Whoop, that was bad. But you get the idea. All of this stuff is the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. So it is so close to that light rail. In fact, you can pick up that light rail right here, and university students can jump on that. Over here is where you would park your car. There's a light rail building over here. that you can park your car. It's a parking ramp, and then just walk over, hop on the light rail, and you're good to go. With that light rail, like I said, you can get into Uptown. Probably with the stops and stuff, it's maybe a 30 minutes trek into Uptown, so that's pretty awesome there. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything on that? I think we are good on that one. So I want to jump us over to our first neighborhood. So we left here, we hit 85 North, and then we ended up getting off on Mallard Creek Church Road. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can kind of get an idea. It's like a 6-minute drive, just up 85, got off on Mallard Creek Church Road, and right there we are at Arbor Hills. So I want to zoom in here a little bit and show you a little bit closer up everything that there is around this neighborhood. So if I can get us in just a little bit farther, maybe one more click will do it. Yeah, that's good to go. So I was talking about Trader Joe's today, and Trader Joe's sits right here at the entranceway to this neighborhood. But right around here, you've got everything you need. You've got a Japanese restaurant, you've got a Starbucks, Sophie's Steakhouse. Right across the way is a Charlotte Fire Department, and you've got an eye, ear, and nose facility here. But if you go down just a little ways on Mallard Creek Church, you're going to have even more stuff for you. So right here, Harris Teeter, that's a big grocery chain in Charlotte. McAllister's Deli, Cold Stone Creamery, and then you've got your CVS and your Walgreens right on the corner there. You've got a Fast Med Urgent Care, which is super nice. And then if you come across the 4-lane here, you've got your Bojangles and of course your Dunkin' Donuts. So that gives you an idea of kind of what is around this neighborhood. And now we're gonna go down just a little farther on Mallard Creek Church Road and show you where we were on the second stop for house number 2, and that was the Villages of Lee Croft. Now, once in Charlotte, one of the frustrating things that was hard for me when I moved here years and years and years ago is the streets change names oftentimes at major intersections. So West Mallard Creek Church Road changes to Prosperity Church Road once you cross over Mallard Creek Road. So you can drive 10 miles on one road in Charlotte and it'll change names 4 times. So you just have to get used to that. But heading up here to Villages of Lee Croft, it is just a hop, skip, and a jump right up here, right? So as far as this neighborhood goes, one of the cool things, if you're a golfer, it is right next to the Tradition Golf Club, and that is a really good golf course. I really like playing there. And then you are literally almost right behind the Mallard Creek Park. So over here, there's soccer fields, there's tennis courts, there's walking trails, and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm going to talk about schools at the end of this. You're going to see some schools that I have shaded here in red. I'm going to come back to those at the very end. So as far as what's around Lee Croft, certainly you can come back towards 85 where you were and go shop at all the places that I just mentioned. Or you can go up just a little ways on Prosperity Church Road and hit some of this other stuff. Now, this whole area up here has been completely revitalized over the last 4 years. They have added apartments and condos up here. They brought in a whole new bunch of retail. So up here, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. You can get to another Harris Teeter. You've got another Publix grocery store. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Publix. It's a pretty big chain across the country. You've got your Chick-fil-A, you've got your Aldi, Starbucks, Bojangles, IHOP, and of course you have an ABC store if you're into that. And just lots of good stuff here. And you can see how close you are to Interstate 485. So just this area, I just can't say enough about how close you are to everything. All right, so let me back up a little bit here and let's go over to the last neighborhood. So from Lee Croft, all you need to do is hop on Prosperity Church Road, hop, skip, and a jump over here to Highland Creek. So this is the third house that we saw yesterday. And as I mentioned, I keep saying yesterday, today. As I mentioned, this neighborhood is huge. So you can see the size of Highland Creek. And as I mentioned, there's like pockets of neighborhoods within the whole Highland Creek neighborhood. And one of the things that I talked about today when we were out there is you've got your Highland Creek Golf Club that runs right through the neighborhood here. So that's a really good golf course. So if you're a golfer, you've got the Highland Creek Golf Club, which is a public course, and you can also go back here and play at the Tradition Golf Course right down the way. So you're good to go. And when we were in the neighborhood, I talked about all the little parks and all of that stuff. And, you know, we're only looking right now at the lower half of the neighborhood. And already we've got the Harbor and Forest Park. We've got the Prosperity Park. We've got a Christenberry Park. We have Acorn Park. And there's 6 or 8 parks within here, which is really good for the kids to play. There's playgrounds and all of that good stuff. And over here is the Highland Creek Sports Club. You've got a swimming pool, you've got tennis courts, you've got a bunch of other stuff in that sports club. And also all the little ponds that are scattered around the neighborhood, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to talk about schools for a minute, and then I want to show you right next to here, Concord Mills. So in the neighborhood of Highland Creek, which is so nice, is there are 2 schools in the neighborhood. You've got Highland Creek Elementary School, and then you've got Ridge Road Middle School. So that is super convenient, and obviously the size of this neighborhood supports those schools without any problems whatsoever. And then just outside of the neighborhood, you have Mallard Creek High School. So all 3 of these neighborhoods are gonna go to Ridge Road Middle and Mallard Creek High School. Obviously, Highland Creek is going to go to the Highland Creek Elementary, but if we go back out for just a second, and I don't want to go too fast here to make you dizzy, the Arbor Hills neighborhood, that neighborhood actually goes to this elementary school down here. I'll zoom in for you so you can see it. It's a little bit wonky, and I'm sorry about that. The Mallard Creek Elementary School is where that would be for Arbor Hills. So one of the things that I'll point out on schools, I never give recommendations on schools are good, schools are bad. That is for you to do your own research. If you go to greatschools.org, that's greatschools.org, you can pull up any of these schools, look at the ratings, and make your determination off of those types of websites. All right, so I'm gonna go back out to Highland Creek where we were, because I wanna show you, because I mentioned it today as well, that Concord Mills Mall is the biggest mall in the state of North Carolina. And that sits right here. And look how close that is to Highland Creek, right? And to Lee Croft and to Arbor Hills. But the cool thing about Concord Mills is that it is on Concord Mills Boulevard, and that road goes right directly into Highland Creek. So literally, if you live in Highland Creek, you can get to the Concord Mills Mall area in less than 5 minutes. And I want to really take a few minutes to zoom in on some areas here to show you exactly what is around the mall area. And again, a road crossing over a major interstate or another road changes name. So it goes from Concord Mills Boulevard to Bruton Smith Boulevard. So that is another example of that. And while we're in the area, just FYI, over here is the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So if you're into NASCAR, you are super close to the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And if you haven't been to the track, you at least got to go one time just to experience it. It's pretty awesome. All right, so let's go back over to Concord Mills. I want to show you what's around here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more at times because I really want to give you everything there is, and I just can't get it all without zooming in at times. So again, right there's Highland Creek. You've got Bad Daddy Burger Bar. That is amazing. Amazing place to get a burger. You've got Carolina Ale House. You've got the Crafty Crab. And then over here, you have a little ways down, you've got Olive Garden. And this is where I want to zoom in real quick because there's a lot more over here that I can't see at the moment. So you've got Olive Garden, you've got Red Lobster, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Chick-fil-A, Panera, TGI Fridays, and there's a Bonefish Grill right outside of the mall. And I'm going to zoom in one more time because that's going to show us the Outback Steakhouse and the Chipotle Mexican Grill. There's building another restaurant right now, and I don't know what it is, but it is going in right here, and I don't know what it is just yet. So let me get us back out of here just a little ways. And there was just something I saw I wanted to point out for you. Oh yeah, so if you're in need of a hardware store, you've got Lowe's Home Improvement right here. So Concord Mills Mall, as I said, is huge. I can give you a little screenshot here coming up of what's inside the mall. But Bass Pro Shops, Best Buy, and Dick's Sporting Goods are gonna be the anchor stores for the mall. There's an AMC Theater that's on the other end, and there's actually a go-kart track that runs outside the speedway, not the speedway, the mall. And there's a putt-putt golf course out there too. But if I can zoom in, I'll show you kind of all the stores that are in there. There's just a lot. I might have to go in another one to get you a little bit more. But as you can see, there's just tons of stuff in here. It's a big mall. It's a big mall, and they built this new skyway that goes off of Bruton Smith Boulevard to cut down on the traffic. You go up into the air and it drops you right down into the mall, and that just opened up probably about a month ago, so that's kind of cool. All right, so guys, that is it. I thank you for coming on the tour with me today, and I'm going to wrap it up right here, and I'll see you back in just a second. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today and going on tour with me in the university area. And we are going to be putting out so many more videos about all areas all over Charlotte. We're going to go into every town around Charlotte, do videos just like this, giving you exactly what you need to know if you're thinking about moving here at any time in the future. So whether you're thinking of moving in 2 months, 2 weeks, or 2 years, shoot us a text, give us a call, and better yet, hop on a Zoom call with us so we can get a really good idea of your situation and help you plan that smooth move to Charlotte. The more time we have to help you out, the better off we are to get you set up right from the start. And if this video was helpful for you, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you can be up to speed on everything that's going on in the Charlotte market and be notified as soon as these videos get released on the channel. And if you are interested in taking a driving tour through a neighborhood in Harrisburg, North Carolina, you may want to check out this video where we go into the neighborhood of Bloom. All right, guys, that's it for today. Take care. We'll see you next time. Make it a great day.